Hey guys, today I'm going to replace the oil pan gasket on my 2009 Mini Cooper S. Originally, this area was entirely soaked, but that might have been due to my oil return line leaking. So right now it seems pretty dry, but I want to replace it just in case it develops in the future or if there actually is an issue. So if we look around, we can see that it's slightly wet, which could have been residual stuff, but just to be safe, I'm going to replace it anyway. So there's supposed to be 16 of these bolts. The tutorial says I'm supposed to remove this exhaust clamp and move this entire thing back, but I have these swivel sockets and adjustable position wrenches, so I'm going to try to do this without taking this off, so I can just stick it there. So I think the hardest part would be the one probably above the exhaust or the downpipe right there, and the one over there. So everything else seems pretty straightforward, so yeah, let's get to it. First thing to do is to drain the oil. So I have the car warmed up and I have it on jack stands. Can remove the cap from the engine bay to speed up this process. I was able to use this wrench to feed it in here to loosen that, and then same thing here. I was able to use this to loosen this side. So I'll probably start with these two. Once I have them out of the way, I'll just use this power tool and then get the other ones out. This is actually easier. I forgot to remove this shield. Would be the last one. I used the flathead screwdriver, stuck it right there and twisted it a little. I didn't want to damage the aluminum. But I was able to wiggle it enough where it ripped most of that old gasket off, and then I was able to wiggle it and pull it out. So now I'm going to clean the old gasket off. I'm going to clean this entire pan, and then I watched another video where a guy stuck a piece of wire in here in order to clean this thing out, and then I put the new gasket on and put it back on. If we look at the old gasket, there's this area right here where it's super thin, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was leaking. I'm using a plastic bicycle tire iron because I don't want to risk damaging or scratching the surface. I'm not seeing anything bad. Alright, so I spent a good 45 minutes to an hour cleaning this and this. There's a bunch of like rubber buildup in these slots that I had to scrape off, and then I used a combination of brake cleaner and this plastic thing in order to remove a lot of it off. And then same thing down here. Used brake cleaner and the rubber bicycle tire iron lever thing to scrape most of this off, and then I used a towel to remove the rest of it. So I think this surface is good for the most part. And then now I'm gonna put the gasket on. This is the Oil Pan Gasket Sealer. I'm gonna cut a hole here and there and then apply it onto this. This stuff was pretty difficult to squeeze out, but I finished and I made a loop around all of the screw holes. They said to put around a 3mm bead, so I think that's pretty close. So now I'm gonna put this on and then tighten it in. I got all of the screws in, or all of the bolts in. Now I'm going to torque it to, it's 106 inch-pounds, which is equivalent to 8.3 foot-pounds.